Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Rodgers. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. 7 yards there and a 1st down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now Rodgers, and that's complete to Adams. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I didn't want to press 7. I ain't look.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a pop. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Zadarius Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him.
That's what I thought you said. Now let me offer this as a rebuttal.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on for the 5th time here today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
What?
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him.
That he will get
That's
this
a
into
big,
the end
bro.
zone.
That's on the
Touchdown,
bait.
Green Bay.
Get it as quick as there.
From 8 yards out, and the Packers get a score closer. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see him back. Just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's only able to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Za'Darius Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
Mike 96, Mike, no. Pick it up, guys, pick it up.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Francis. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Rodgers to throw once more.
They got a drop this year, so he been pitching everything.
Pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. And again, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they built that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers looking left sideline, incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On the delay, Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9. Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They got a yard on first, 2 on second, and 3 here on 3rd. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. Well, they turn to their bigger body there on the dive. Fullback dive, just couldn't get it done.
And sometimes even that bigger body needs even bigger bodies to help him get there. They weren't able to create a crease for him. Ended up
rush coming, and he's taken down. Emmanuel Agba in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. Then he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up there. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez Scantling. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jones. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. Now Rodgers to the end zone, but it's incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
And he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. The run on 4th and goal from the 4 is stopped short. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They'll look to throw here.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. 2nd and 13. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Saints, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gordon saying so long, everybody.
I don't even know turnovers.